is doing good. Welcome back to another episode of Mama Oshun Speaks. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here, thank you. I give nothing but grace and gratitude to you for continuously coming back here and consuming my content. In this part of the channel, we do all things holistic, all things spirituality, and I try so hard to share the little knowledge that I have, and with hopes that it will help someone. All right, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you're watching this and you're not sure if you've subscribed, please just check if you hit that subscription button. If not, please do subscribe, and please like the video if you're enjoying it, and leave me some blue hearts. Leave me blue hearts if you've watched this video till the end. Add in on what you want me to talk about. I'm open to just hearing what you guys want to hear or want me to share as far as spirituality is concerned. So guys, you already know I write everything down because I don't want to get lost in the interpretation. I get too excited even for my own liking when doing these talks, because I'm very passionate about such. So I try to write it down so that I do not forget or lose my thought pattern rather. So on today's video, I'll be talking about the gateway, right? What is the gateway? Your altar, the space in which you communicate with your guides, the space in which you pray, the space in which you go bring offerings, the sacred space, So first, I'd like to give you a Kemet description of what an altar is. So according to Kemet, which is Egypt, which is a colonizer's name, the original name of Egypt is Kemet, right? It's a small portable stand on different tops. It's a small portable stands on which different tops are placed. So it's a tiny table in which different portable, meaningful things are placed. So what I'm going to give you down now is a breakdown of how altars were according to African spirituality, like the sacred space, the sacred a place in one's household, like the altar, right? So what here in South Africa would call mhlambi altars, where we communicate with our guides, appease our guides. So that's what an altar is, right? And I'm going to give you a breakdown of how my altar is according to my own practices. You are open. It is okay to do it however you want to. And I think spirituality is a personal thing. It shouldn't be a conference type of vibes that you are doing. So it's not, I read a quote sometime last week saying, you are supposed to be the only one who understands your calling. It's a personal call. It's not a conference call. So if what resonates with me doesn't resonate with you, it's cool. It's a personal call. I'm already starting to lose my thought pattern because, I don't know. So I'm trying so hard. Also, it's so weird doing this. I haven't done this in months. I think the last vlog not necessarily the vlog, but then the last Mama Oshun Speaks I dropped was in October, if not November. So it's just so what in an altar, like I said, there's a small portable stand in which different meaningful things are placed. Also, it's a raised place or a structure where sacrifices are offered. So in which you will bring something and say, I'm sacrificing this to give thanks, I'm sacrificing this to ask for. So we know we'd slaughter a goat, a chicken, and then bring it into the altar because we sacrificing that. So it's either to clear our pathways, it's either to call upon or to send out. You understand? So The altar, according to Kemet, or how it was back in ancient Kemet, there it would be that small portable table with different things. You would have your ancestors' pictures. Let's say you still have a picture of your great grandfather, your great grandmother, whoever you're paying homage to, your mother, people that are meaningful to you, people that hold your DNA, your spiritual DNA, your ancestral DNA, your actual DNA. You have those pictures there. A picture of ancestor, a picture of sacred self. It is my altar, so I'd obviously have my picture as well. So my altar is different from my consultation space. This is my consultation space. You will not find the altar here, necessarily the altar here. Although I have it's still a sacred space, but my altar is not here. It's not a space where everyone could just walk in and have access to. You understand? People come into my consultation space with different energies, with different. So I would not want to bring that into my sacred space, which is why I'm saying it's a raised place, a structure where sacrifices are made. So I protect that little space, that little portable table, that little corner, in high regards. You understand? So if you come in here, you will not find my actual altar, although there is a sacred space in which I communicate with my guides. And so you'd have a picture of your spiritual guardian, have a picture of your ancestor, have a picture of yourself. It could be you, Upume Petreni, with your beads. It could be you being in water. It could be you, any picture that speaks to your sacredness, right? I don't think one would put a picture where they're showing boobs or in a miniskirt holding liquor. No, it needs to be a picture of you that speaks to your spirituality, your sacredness. So it will be a portrait of your sacred self, right? And then there's a picture of an elder. My elder is my great grandmother. So okay, let me not go into that. See why I always have to write things down, because I get lost. I want to share everything that's on my mind. And I was having this conversation with, well, it was not necessarily a conversation, but I commented in her post, Mukhadi, and I said, my issue is articulating what's in my brain. Like, I get so much things going on, I get so many messages, I get so many things all at once. So at the only time I'm able to articulate properly is when I'm in a consultation. That is the only time I'm able to just take it step by step. But other than that, I try to, even my friends, I think my friends look at me sometimes like, hey, sis, I'm sharing, because there's a lot of things that I want to share all at once. And then there's a picture of a contemporary, right? So we do know that there are 4 elements in an altar. You could have more, but mostly there are 4 elements in an altar, which is earth, wind, water, and fire, right? We know that these elements are very meaningful when it comes to the soul, the mind, the body in itself. All these elements are healing. All these elements serve a purpose. So what could be representative of your earth in an altar? It could be snake, because it's ground tobacco. It could be, yeah, it could be snake, right? Snake. You can have that in your altar. The wind will be represented by impepo, the smoke, impepo, your incense, that is, your incense. Whatever, is it the incense cone, incense stick, whatever that you decide to burn. Recently, I've been in a space whereby my guides ask for me to burn, not smoke it, not consume it, but burn weed, So I burn weed depending on which guide is coming through and in which way they want me to communicate with them in that specific space. So sometimes it could be weed that you burn. And then you have water. So it could be a glass of spring water, spring water, like or the actual spring water, right? Then we have fire. The fire is now represented by the candles. We all know now, well, I hope that we all know now that the different colors of candles represent different things, because the colors speak in magnitudes, Kesana, when it comes to this way of living and the practices that we we do, right? Rainbow, the colors, the earth, the trees, all those colors have a different meaning depending on what your intention is and why are you bringing a sacrifice, or why are you communicating with your guys, or why are you praying at that specific time. If you do not know all what like the colors mean spiritually, please comment down below and I will record another video explaining the colors, right? I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible. So your altar needs to feel like, it needs to feel and look authentic. It needs to feel like the sacred space it should be. So it's not just you putting pictures of your lovers or your post on people or anything like that. It should have a significant meaning. It should be authentic. I don't suggest that you do this even when you are not authentic or intentional about doing it. Alrighty. So you could also have gemstones, the different gemstones that speak to different spaces of our lives. The gemstone that could open up your crown chakra, open your throat chakra, balance your emotions, balance your hormones, balance the energy. You know, sometimes you have people that have like high frequencies of energy, so there are stones that to keep you back grounded at all times. Such things you could have in your altar. You could have rice. Rice is a good a tool to cleanse or rather charge your gemstones, your chakra bracelets. You could use rice to do that. Rice was used as a currency back then, so you do not necessarily have to use money, but you can put coins. If you do have coins, you could put coins in your altar table. It's what you're trying to attract. It's what is significant to you right now. So you could, in a small bowl or in a small zip bag, put some rice there, in which you could put there as a tool of connecting with your guides, and another way of bringing abundance. A rice, if you like, you can't even count rice in a bag. So when you're attracting abundance, it's also significant to have a mini bag of rice in your altar space. Like I said, this is what is significant to me, or this is how my altar is. If this doesn't connect to you or you don't resonate with this, it's still okay. But I'm hoping this could help someone, alrighty? Okay, so in an instance whereby you are giving thanks or sacrificing something, you could also have food in your altar. I know usually sinabantu when masihlabile or when kunomsebenzi unomcimbi, a ceremony or ritual, that is when we think of dishing out and putting food in our altars and gogo. But think about it. If you want your guides to hear you, if you want your guides to assist you, wouldn't you try to do it more often? Like, even if there are no people to eat any meat, like put organic food there, put your fruits, put fresh water, spring water, put those things there. Also, there are things in that you could bring in your altar that are sacrificial, that you could put your spirits, your spirit drinks, your gin, your vodka. You can put that, all right, in your space. We also know that you could use gin, you could use vodka as a cleanser, as a cleansing spirits. Alrighty, I'll get to that in another day. So you can have your Florida water, you can have your spring water there by your altar, right? Then there are ornaments. Let's say your great-grandmother left you a ring, but it doesn't fit your finger. You could put it in that space. You could put it in that portable raised place, table, the portable raised. As I was trying to record this, space did something. So as I was saying, guys, I think I was still explaining what you could bring or what you could put in your sacred space, your altar, right? And I was talking in a bringing to sacrificing, or bringing to giving thanks to your guides. So you could put organic food there. You can't put Doritos. You need to put organic food. the food that we are supposed to consume. You need to put organic food there. And like I said, if your grandmother gave you jewelry or an ornament that you like to treasure, like to keep forever, you can put it in your sacred spaces, or you can put it on your altar. I already mentioned the money, the rise into calling into the abundance in your life and the flow of energy abundantly so what are the other things that you could have in your altar? So you could dress up your altar in a white cloth, and we already know that the white cloth calls on purity, calls on stability, calls on clarity. Like I said, colors have a significant meaning, so that is what you would do. You have a white cloth, put it there. You could also have a green scarf or a green shawl that you could put on your head to protect your crown chakra. You could put it on your shoulders when talking or praying or communicating with your guides or your God, your Ori, elevating all the divines there is in that space. So one would ask, how long should you put the food in your altar? You could put it a day. Like put it in a day, the next morning you can remove it. So one would ask, how do I now dispose of it? If you're not gonna consume the food, I know as Zulus, we do consume the food together as a family. You like if I had that we're removing the food from the space, it's either the kids consume it, but mostly all of us consume whatever was there, because we believe that it has been touched or it has been tasted or eaten by our guides. So we are sharing the meal with those who walk the earth before us. You understand? If you are not going to consume the food and you don't feel comfortable doing that, return it back to earth. Return it back to source, Mother Earth. So you could either put it in your garden, which it'll decompose and fertilize your earth, which is the only way or the only safest way I think you should dispose. Well, I don't like dispose of that of that sacrificial food that you had put there by your altar. So put it back to the earth. Pour the liquid down on your grass. Send it back. Put it back to earth, put it to a good use. Do not just dump it in your trash can like you're just feeding another dog and it didn't finish its food whatsoever, we need to be intentional about these things. So your altar is your entry. Is your entry. It's a gateway. It is a gateway to those you're trying to communicate with. Imagine someone constantly coming to you and asking for something. They do not bring you water. They do not bring you anything. So you could have ornaments. You could have an ankh right above. You can have whatever you feel connects to you. I have a lot of things behind me here that connects me to my higher Ori or connects me to my guides. So it is important, whatever you are trying to channel, the environment speaks to that. Like I said, it needs to be authentic. It needs to speak to you in a way that is authentic and pure, right? You can put flowers, plants as well. You can put such rosemary. You can put thyme, flowers, plants, which also also go back to the earth element, part of the elements that we're talking about. Your water could be put in a glass or a small bowl. You can put clear water there. Another thing that you can put in your altar that represents the element air, it's a feather. We know when we use a feather, we are saying everything is as light as a feather. We do not carry any hostility. We do not carry any burdens. Everything is just as light as a feather. All right. There are different oils, essential oils that you can put. You can put sandalwood. You can put frankincense. You can put cinnamon oil, depending on the space that you're in, depending on the season that you're in. We know cinnamon is good for cleansing energy. We know frankincense is a good healing oil that is good to open up and clear up our sensories. So such things play a huge role in your altar. Now, how do you take care of our altar? Just like how you clean your home, you treat your altar the very same way. So if you had placed some sacrifices there, or some food or anything, do not leave the food to rot there. Are you saying your intentions? Whatever you're asking for should just rot there and everything. So it is important for you when you do this, you are intentional and you know exactly why you're doing it. So you, like I said, you leave it a day and the next morning you could remove it. You could remove the food and you cleanse your space. You could put in the oil, essential oil, whatever oil that will speak to you at that moment, in a bowl of clean water, and you wipe your portable table, you wipe your ornaments, you cleanse your ornaments, you light up some sage to cleanse those divining tools that you've placed there. It could be sound bowls, it could be an ark, it could be any of the ornaments that you put there. So you clean and you cleanse your altar, right? So I'm hoping this makes sense. I'm hoping this makes sense. And also that your altar should be a very sacred space. Like I said, my altar is not visible to people that come in my consultation space. It is my space, mine and my family's space. So we don't just show it to everybody and anybody. So yeah, guys, this is what I just wanted to share with you today, guys, that the altar is a specific space that speaks to you, that is authentic, that you use to connect to your guides, a sacred raised sacrificial space in which you send your prayers there, you send your offerings there, you make your sacrifices there. You know what? You bring offerings to your guides, you bring offerings to your God, you bring offerings there, and you treat it as is like you treat it with so much respect. You are respectful of that space. You do not go there when you are mad and you're cursing out and you're drunk, and you know you need to have a clear mind, because what you send out is what you receive. So we need to have a sound mind when doing that. You say our healing prayers. You can also have bells, drums, and we know that music is sends out vibrations. Sounds are healing. Sounds are ancient tools in which our great forefathers used. They used to drum a lot. They, you know, you want to evoke something in you. Drum. Yeah, guys, the space is just saying nope. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Like what an altar is, how to take care of your altar. Like you clean your altar and you keep it clean all the time. You send out vibrations, you send out intentions when creating that sacred space for yourself. Treat it with respect. And it'll work back for you. It'll work back towards whatever that you're trying to achieve. If you're rebuking, you're giving thanks, you're attracting, that's exactly how it's going to work for you. Like I said, you could alternate your altar in a different way according to your beliefs. It's fine. This is how mine is, and I just thought I should share this with you, with someone who's trying to create a space for themselves, a sacred space in which they could communicate, or communicate with their guides, communicate with their God, set out their intentions, align themselves with those who walked before them. So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Let me just laugh and leave you, because recording this video has been just so frustrating, but I'm going to release it anyway. When it comes to my teachings, when it comes to me offering myself as a medium in this way, I do not hold back. Like, even if my hair looks crazy, even if the space looks crazy, I'll always send it out, because there's a reason why Spirit reveals that to me at that specific time. And that is why I believe in the spirit of discernment and understanding the space that you're in. That's how it comes to clarity, it comes to understanding, it comes to knowing when it's just your thoughts or it is just Spirit speaking to you at that moment. So yeah, I'm operating from a space of discernment right now, and I thought maybe because we are following a Gregorian calendar, someone might want to embark in the journey in which they're now creating a space for themselves, an altar in which they could pray in. This is how I would suggest for the next person, only if they relate to it. This is how you do it. Alright, guys, let me love and leave you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow your friends, say their friends that Mama Oshun is truly trying this out in you, and them are gonna help me grow. This is so fast and quick in a hurry. Just don't come for me, guys. Even if they stay with me at 12 and say record a video and send it out, or even go live in your PJs. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, love and lights, peace and lights. May you be in a space where you create your altar and send out your intentions purely so. Let it be authentic, let it resonate with you and no one else. I give thanks, love, peace, and abundance. Ashe.